So here's my Monstera Adansonii. I saw that it was looking a little shabby, and so I took it down to inspect it to see what's going on with it. And I'm sure you can see what the diagnosis is gonna be. Yeah, so as you can tell, there are a lot of yellow, dry, crispy leaves, which is usually a sign of underwatering. It was in a cash pot where it sits, but the pot is tall, so it's like this in the pot, and then so it's like this in the pot, for example, and then the water goes at the bottom. That's the pot that it was in. So because it was in that pot, the water would just run straight through the pot and just go settle at the bottom, and then this would not be moist. And that is one of the reasons why it's a good idea to take your plants now and then to your sink or your shower and just give them a thorough drink. So I'm just checking for pests now while I'm here. Okay, let's see. This had thrip once upon a time, so checking to make sure that it doesn't have any pest on top of it not getting enough water. I don't like the way that looks. I'm gonna water it though. I don't think it has any pests because it was growing really well, and usually when they have the pests it just stunts the growth. But as you can see, it's limping, it's withered, it's soft, like the leaves are like paper thin. It's not plumped like it's supposed to be. And here we go, very light. That's the dry test. Like the pot is very light. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a thorough drink. I'm actually gonna just wash her down, wash the leaves, and give her a thorough drink. And hopefully within a couple of hours she will perk back up. Wash the leaves. Drink. If there's any pest or dust on it, it will go as well. I also want to chop and prop, so I'm going to chop some nodes and put them in my fish tank, and once they root I'll put them back in the pot. That should be good. All right, so let's see. Ooh, nope, it still feels light. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, it seems like it was very thirsty, and the soil is probably compacted. All right, so let's now do I'm gonna water it, let it sit for a little. Now I'm curious if it needs to be repotted because it feels light still. It still feels light, so now I'm wondering if it needs to be repotted, and it's hard to do with one hand. So to see if it's pot bound, I'm trying to see what's going on. I don't want to mess up I'm gonna get a piece of paper. All right, so I'm being lazy. And I'm doing everything right here, so that is why. All right, let's see now. This, look, you can see like right here of the dirt is still very dry. You see that? So that's what's going on. The root is not getting any water. I'm gonna get a bag. All right. So a bag. Now I'm trying to remember if I had repotted it since I got it, 'cause I don't know. Look at that. Look at look how dry it is. All that water just went straight through it. I think it needs some new soil. Like, it doesn't need a bigger pot, but it needs some new soil. Alright, let's look at it now. Alright, so look, you see? The roots are fine, like they're just wrapping around the bottom, but like, look at the soil. Like, it's so dry. Like, look at that. Like, you would think, I don't think it's a well draining mix. Like, it's too draining. The water does go, water is not, I think it's compacted. That's what it is. It's compacted. Like, and like, look at that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get some soil and repot it, take off the dead leaves, water it, and put it back in place, and it should be fine. All right, so here I have my mixture that I made myself. It's regular soil, Miracle-Gro houseplant soil, bark, some bark, and perlite. Don't know the percentages, so I just mixed them together. So I am going to repot it. I'm looking at the pot, and I realized that I did not repot it since I bought it. This is what it came in. So it was sitting in that old soil that the nutrients has been depleted. So I'm sure that's why the leaves were dying back. So now, this is a little bit hard doing one-handed. So now I'm gonna go ahead, like, look at the roots. It doesn't have a lot of roots, so it wasn't pot bound. It was just didn't have good soil or good nutrients. Yeah. I'm gonna get rid of the dead leaves when I'm finished. I'm in my kitchen counter. I'm not in my regular repotting area because I just thought it was gonna be like just water it and it's good. I thought that it was just not getting enough water, like I wasn't watering it. But then I realized that it was watered as often as my other plants. It's just that I thought the water was just going and sitting in the bottom, and I mean, that's what was happening because the soil was not retaining any water. So yeah, just gonna repot it. And chop it up. Make the top full. Alright. Sure, she's gonna be so much happier now that it has some nutrient rich soil. Alright, there you have it. This is actually moist, but I'm actually going to give it a good drink of water. All right. Oh, I left one out. Let me get out the dead leaves. This does not really look like it has any good roots on it. Like look at the roots. It feels so dry. Yeah, I'm going to actually cut it and put it in my fish tank to propagate. Because look, like, you see, that's dry and that's dying off. So I'm gonna cut it, and so this node could propagate. Yeah, so yeah. All right. See, probably doesn't the yellow leaf look cute? We buy plants for variegation. Why don't we just keep these leaves and so paying attention to me? Funny. It's a sign of neglect. Not all the time, because older leaves will die. Yeah, those are only the ones I'm gonna take. All right, there she is. Let's put her back in here. Water thoroughly. I'm gonna wash back the leaves because they're dirty. Clean up my mess that's made. Wash the leaves. That's more like it. That's heavy. Yeah, that's more like it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna just prop it now. I'm gonna chop the nodes and stick them in my fish tank. I'm gonna go get my shears. Alright, disregarding the plate in the sink, let's move on to the chopping. So I'm gonna cut this piece off because I don't like the way it's just sticking up like that. So I'm actually gonna cut it really close down here, and I'm assuming it would just send off a shoot right there. So I'm actually gonna cut it like right here. All right, here we have it. So I'll add it to that one. So now right here are the two long vines. I'm gonna do like 2 leaf nodes. So should I do 3? No, 2. I'm gonna do 2 leaf look. So go very close to here. 1, 2. So I want my vine to be long still, but since it's gonna send off a piece from right there, I could probably I'm gonna give it another snip with 2 more leaves right there, and then for this one I'm gonna do 3 right there. So it's still long. Yeah, so I'm gonna put her back in her spot. I'm gonna put these cuttings in my fish tank, and once they root, I'm gonna stick them right back in here to make it fuller. That's the plan. So here I am by the tank, and I'm just gonna stick them inside now. All right, so there they are. I needed both hands to put them in, so that's why I didn't film. But so yeah, that's it. They're just gonna sit there until they get roots. See the nodes in the water. So yeah, so here we have the mama sitting back on her throne. She's looking a lot better, at least even being chopped. So yeah, that's it. So I'll keep you guys updated on our progress. Make sure you're subscribed to see that with your post notification turned on, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.